heading out for the day. Junti has a chiropractor appointment, so we thought we'd come to Tanjong Pagar and just have a walk around. There's some really nice shop houses in front of us, so we're going to wander along those and just see what's about. I've not been here before, so yeah, let's see what we can find.
We found some electric cars and they're charging and they're better for the environment.
We've walked down one of the side alleys and found like a little chicken restaurant, which is quite fun. I always like walking down the alleys, especially if you go down the ones where there's hawker centres in front or little food places, because round the back you can kind of get a glimpse into the kitchen and see like all the behind the scenes things. Now we've come out on this road. I recognise where I am. We did come around this way before, and the building over there we tried to get up to the top of. There's like a sky deck that you can go up. You just beep with your MRT card, it's a few dollars, and you can get up to the top, but it was closed because of COVID. I believe it is still closed, so we will have to try again another day. We found a really nice bookshop, but a lot of the places in Singapore don't actually open till 10, 11. This one even opens at 12. They're open a lot later, so sometimes if you come out early in the morning, you'll find that a lot of the shops and places to eat are actually still shut till quite later on in the morning. Singapore seems to be more of like a night place open, which for us coming from the UK is quite different. Most places seem to close around 5 or 6, and then the evening, there's not really a lot of places to go out and go and do shopping. So that's something we've had to get used to here. A few times I've gone out in the morning after dropping the kids off thinking, oh, I'll go to the shops on my way home, and everything has been shut. We've been walking up and down these roads. What I like to do is walk up one side and then look opposite to see all the shop houses on one side, and then cross over and go down the same road, but then look at all of the places on the other side. There's quite a lot of cafes, restaurants, there's a few like boutique perfume shops around here. So quite a different vibe to some of like the local places that we tend to go to. So more high-end, more pricier restaurants, fancy restaurants I guess you'd call them.
We found a woodline.
What I really like about this area is that I'm standing here in the middle and I've got a huge hotel behind me that's well known for its architecture and building a space that plants can kind of grow up to attract insects and wildlife. There's a hawker centre over there. There's sort of more high-end restaurants, bars, cafes. There's a big green space here. There's shop houses close by. There's HDB right here. You've kind of got a little bit of everything in Singapore in one quite small little localised place. We just got off the bus. It's quite a long journey to get here from where we live, so we decided to hop off about halfway and get out, have something to eat, and then get back on the MRT and continue on. So we found what we think could be the way to go, so we're going to keep going and see where we end up. Milo's placed a fake one to see if it will attract a mate.
So we're heading to what I think is one of the oldest kilns like this in Singapore, but I find it amazing that right next to that we've got this amazing construction site and stuff being built and modernised right next to this thing here, which has been preserved. So I'm looking forward to checking it out. I don't really know much about what we're doing today. Millie hasn't said a heap, and the stuff she said I don't know if I've remembered, I'm afraid. Oh, she's glaring at me.
We have come to Singapore's last working dragon kiln. Built in the 1940s, the Thow Kwang Dragon Kiln is fired up only twice a year. And that's no surprise, as it takes days to prepare and 12 hours to reach the desired temperature of 1,250 degrees Celsius. And we're here for a pottery workshop. We've arrived at the Pottery Jungle, and this place is incredible. There are so many little nooks and crannies and like thousands and thousands of pots. I've never seen so much clay in one place. We've just sat down waiting for our class to start. We've been given lollipop sticks with numbers on. So Aspen's quite keen to know what they're for, but we're going to get started real soon and find out what they're for. Oh my
name is Cheryl and I'll be your instructor for today. So this is called slab work, SLAB. Okay?
Our instructor was absolutely brilliant, giving a really clear description of what was happening. The kids are listening so well, and we're into their making stages now, which is brilliant. It's lovely to see the kids applying everything that they listened to and that they learned, which is brilliant. I think Aspen's going for a round cup, Milo's going for a diamond shaped one, and we'll see what we come up with in a few moments time.
Okay, we've got to make it into a cylinder. That's it. Well done. I'm going to use it as a plant pot, but yeah, I've got to decide what I'm going to put on it now. I find stuff like this really therapeutic, although trying to decide what design I actually find really stressful. But I'm finding this really therapeutic and the kids are really enjoying it. Jonty's gone all like designer with his mug, which is really nice. So yeah, we're having a really good time. We've had our demonstration of the wheel throwing, so I can't wait to see us on that because I've had a go before, but it's something that these three haven't done before, so I'm looking forward to seeing that, and hopefully no clay will go flying off.
The skilled instructors were so good at making us feel confident to try out tricky techniques, and before long, all of us took to the wheel.
Now you slowly bring your curve up.
No, that was really fun. Enjoyed it. I've never done it before.
Harder than it looks?
I wouldn't say that. It was harder. I think once I got used to it, I was expecting it to be quite difficult, but I felt that I was being maybe too gentle to start with, but actually that was probably better than going kind of gung-ho and breaking stuff up, so that was good.
This workshop is incredible. There's so much to look at. There's so much to see. You can look at other people's designs, what they've been doing. There's so many pots here. Like, I couldn't even begin to know where to count. This place is absolutely incredible. What we call like an Aladdin's cave. There's just so many things to see. We're sitting here, we can hear birds in the background. So we're just having a little walk around to see what else we can find while we're here. You can see behind me, there's just so much stuff everywhere you go.
Down the kiln. Wow, that's the top end there, which is very dark. Here we are inside the dragon kiln. It's pretty amazing. It's just like one big tunnel basically, and they're actually firing it up in August.
Down here. Look, completely black. And then they keep putting more and more wood in to keep it hotter and hotter.
I don't know if it's easy to tell from the video, but it's actually not that high in here. I'm stood straight. I'm about 5'10", so it's probably about 6 foot, maybe 6'1" in here. And it's just amazing. One long tunnel. I guess the fire is lit lower down and it kind of comes up on a hill. And the likely reason I would imagine is because heat rises, so it just would draw the air in from the bottom and just push the heat up to the top. And they'll put loads of different pots in here and fire them all up at the same time. Like any good attraction, this place finishes up on your way out with an exit that goes through a gift shop. But all the gifts here, of course, are pottery. Most of them have been imported in, but there is a little section here of things that were made here, but also made in the dragon kiln itself, which is pretty cool. We've had an absolutely quality time at the Pottery Jungle, and it really did feel a bit like a pottery jungle there. It felt like there was like pots and stuff everywhere, but it was amazing. Right next door is this eco garden here in Jurong that we're gonna check out and have a little look at, and we're gonna show you some of it too.
place when we were looking to go to the Dragon Kiln. So it's a nice surprise to come and find that they've built this whole area eco to entice more wildlife to the area. And just as we're here, there are loads of birds, you can see things in the water.
What did you see?
Snake.
Where? What sort? What colour
I
was it?
didn't see the snake. Mine saw it.
What colour? Oh, let's find out from him. The kids just came legging it over, shouting, snake, snake, snake. And they spot the snake over here, so we've just come down to see if we can find it. It's meant to be black and orange, so we're gonna probably do a bit of research if we can't find it here today now, but it was around these rocks here. Millie's having a good look, so we'll see. So we found out this eco garden actually is amazingly nestled into this little business development here. It has a little reservoir here that collects rainwater, and the rainwater gets purified and used for the toilets here, for the taps, for drinking water. It's won awards. Like, if more parks did this, it wouldn't have to rely on the reservoirs, it would just be more isolated, especially in a rainforest country like Singapore where there's loads of rain. If this happened in every park, it would definitely be able to provide its water for its own little section. These bees freak me out. I don't know if you can see it or how clear it will be when we zoom in, but these are well creepy for me. I am allergic to bee stings, but this black bee, it is beautiful, but it also looks like something out of a sci-fi movie. Look at that thing. Whoa. It's about the size of my thumb. We had an amazing day exploring Singapore's last dragon kiln and the surrounding areas in Jurong, and we finished up the day at Jurong Point actually, which was an amazing find. I say find, I guess the people in Jurong all know about it. Amazing find for us. There was a Japanese food street, an amazing Malaysian area, there's an American food area, there's a Chinese street walking through. It was quite amazing to see the way that they've themed everything. We settled on some Malaysian food to wrap up our day. We hope you've enjoyed exploring the last dragon kiln with us, and that you might take the opportunity to go and check it out as well. If you're stuck for things to do this weekend or in the next couple of weeks, do check out our new website called thewonderlustway.com, where you'll be able to find out different things that you can do right across Singapore, as well as checking us out on Instagram and Facebook, and make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. It'll be really, really good to be able to have you join us on the journey for all the different things we've got planned over the next coming weeks, months, and maybe even years. See you soon.